Hi everyone, as promised, welcome to episode 1 of the newly revamped Bear News Isolation Edition. I'm joined today by our club secretary Richard Bostock. Hope you enjoy and please let us know your thoughts. Alright, episode 1 Bear News. I'm joined here by club secretary Richard Bostock. Bozzy, first guest on Bear News, how does it feel?
Yeah, it's great. The newly revamped new host, Jono Ball. It's good to be on the first episode.
I mean, it needed a revamp. It was getting a bit stale on the Langers. He's not put much content out for a while, and I'm just a bit more charismatic than Nick, so this should work really well. Right, Boz, I've got a couple of figures to run past you first before we get into talking. So these figures are pulled from Play Cricket. Now it's the only source we've got. Whether it's a reputable source or not, I'm not entirely sure. But 437 games, 6,209 runs, 700s, 34 50s. 416 wickets, 6 fifers at 21s. Club legend, mate, aren't you? There's no other word to describe it.
You maybe could say club legend, but maybe some people say I've been around too.
Well,
sure.
True. I guess the big question burning there to kind of start off Bear News is, when's this tattoo coming, mate? When we're going to see the bear somewhere on your person?
Funny enough, I'd actually booked in for June, so I wanted to get it done, but with all this virus stuff around, I don't really understand.
Yeah, those really cleanly tattoo parlours. I'm sure you'll be all right. Right, we'll get started. Just kind of let's start with how you've been keeping yourself busy during lockdown, mate. How's it been?
Well, apart from working from home, too, I've actually took up yoga.
Hey.
So started doing half an hour's yoga a day, seeing how that goes. And, I'm a week in and quite enjoying it. Staying.
Fair enough, mate. You're obviously really actively involved in the club. There's always stuff happening. We're in lockdown at the moment. The nation's not up to much. Is there anything happening behind the scenes at the club at the moment?
No, a couple of weeks back, maybe 3 weeks ago, we totally closed the club down. That was a Friday. The following Sunday, we had break-in at the club, which we put out on social. But they weren't the brightest of people that broke into the club. They smashed the fence, took transit up to the top shed, and they tried to steal a 2-ton roller with a transit van. It was a non-starter, as you can imagine. But other than that, everything's been fine. Had people go and check it out the club, but we're just waiting for ECB or Sport England guidance, like the rest of them.
Yeah, I guess it's obviously a really frustrating time for everyone. What is the official line that's coming out of the ECB or the Notts Prem? Have we got any guide on when or may not we may be starting playing again?
I know from ECB they've said cancelled to the end of May. The Premier League were hoping to start halfway through the season, so we play each other once, take from there. But I've seen more and more cancelled. I've seen the golf being cancelled to the end of July now. So I imagine the ECB will be following their orders.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, a lot of stuff to be sorted out. I think Wimbledon's been cancelled recently, and that's meant to happen at the back end of June. So I guess it's a bit of a watching brief in terms of how well or well not we deal with being locked up. So it was obviously kind of, you had the shoulder up just after winter. We managed to get back in the nets, and we kind of done 5 or 6 weeks. Obviously, you train about 7 or 8 times a week anyway. How frustrating has that been, having kind of been working the shoulder, back bowling, back batting, to then being sat at home and laid up and not being able to play much cricket?
Yeah, we're about 6 months past the operation. I was actually going all right. As you've seen, I got bowling again, but just before we stopped, I'd hit a few problems. It was getting stiff. I was trying to actually move it. So I think that was part of the reason I started yoga as well, give flexibility. But it's kind of come at a welcome break. Not that I want to stay up or completely, but I was making progress. It slowed down, and then I'm just kind of in limbo now.
Yeah. Kind of moving it to more current Bear News. Obviously, last night we all tuned in and watched a programme on Channel 4 called The Undateables, where Cutney's very own Alex Jervis. What did you make of Jer's performance last night in The Undateables? I mean, I thought he was absolute cool, smooth as, and obviously bagged that second date.
Absolute true gent on it. It was absolute credit to himself. It was a shame he didn't mention Cutney. I thought he would drop that in there. maybe we could have added a cap to his collection, but he was an absolute credit to himself, and it was a good watch, and I think it raised the spirits of a few people around the club to be.
Yeah, I agree. My missus was in absolute bits watching it. It was it was good. It was good to watch. So top man, Jerv, well done. Right, so we'll move it on to something that's a little bit more spontaneous. Kind of, we've got the boring admin stuff out of the way. I've got a few kind of quick fire questions for you, Bozzy, just to round off this little episode of Bear News. So first thing that comes into your head, we'll go quick fire. So here we go. Cheekies or late lounge?
Late lounge.
Tom or Will?
Will.
Oh. Tom or Nick?
Nick.
Nick over Tom? Ooh, I'm not sure about that. Cockney to win the league or Leeds to get promoted?
Oh. Am I in the side?
Are you in the side? You're a club man, Rich. What do you want?
Leeds.
Oh, shocking admission by the club secretary here on episode 1. Night in with the missus or night out with the boys?
Oh, no.
Think carefully, Rich.
Boys.
Oh, again, shocking admission by Bostock on episode 1. Right, big question. Is the regular 2-finger Kit Kat a biscuit or a chocolate bar?
Chocolate bar?
That's incorrect. It's a biscuit, mate. It's in the biscuit aisle. I mean, that's just another ridiculous answer. What's your favourite shot?
Shot? Sambuca.
Yeah, banter answer. I like it. Which teammate would you choose to be in isolation with and why?
Oh, it's not very quick fire. I don't know. I'm just thinking of people that I don't want to be.
Yeah, Butler comes to mind, doesn't he? He'd be absolutely shocking to be in isolation with.
Trying to get to the bottom of the isolation with. Jake Tong played a few times on FIFA recently.
Tongi'd be rubbish without anything to gamble on though, wouldn't he? But yeah, he'd probably look after you, wouldn't he, Tongi? Kind of final question of the quick fire round, Bozzy. You've been around a while. You've played with various different players over a couple of decades. Who's been the longest in the shower?
Also Nurse.
Yeah, very very long shower, I'm assuming. Fair enough. Right, Bozzy, thanks for taking part in that little quick fire round. Just kind of a couple of questions to round off the interview before we wrap up. Kind of a bit of a deeper, meaningful here. But what does it mean to you to play for the Bears, and why is it different to any other club within the county or within the country?
I think it's testament to the fact that I still want to be playing cricket 6 days a week, and if I could, I would. You still think first love, so I think that goes to show the love that I have for the club. And yeah, that's it really. I can't spend enough time up there. I'm always there, and I'm still loving it. And as long as I do, I'll just continue to love Cockney.
Great answer, mate. And how does Katie feel about that? Have you run that one past her, or?
She doesn't like Cockney now.
All right, then the final one, mate. Before we wrap up, give me your favourite memory in a Bears shirt.
Yeah, I actually wrote this down because I thought it would come in. The best memory, it's easy to look back and think, Premier League title and individual performances that you had, best memories. But my actual best memory was 2009. Was our first real year run at the 20. We played Derby live on Sky. And the whole of them 2 days that we spent down there, we lost in the final to Bournemouth. We actually won the semi-final at Upbrook, and the other semi-final, Priory, who had Jason Roy playing for them. So it was a good day and a good few players on show. But the whole day, because we didn't never expected to get to the final, and we were just a good young lads, all the Cup boys. It was just a great day out, and that's why we play the Cup game, because it produces these memories.
Great stuff. Great answer, mate. Look, thanks for taking the time. Thanks for taking part. Episode 1 of Bear News. Obviously, I'm still wearing the hat because I've got an absolute shocking COVID haircut rocking. You're starting to get there at the moment. So by the time we tune in next week, my sideburns will probably be out here somewhere. But cheers, Bozzy. Thanks for taking part. And to everyone out there, hope you enjoyed episode 1 of Bear News. And tune in next week where we'll have another guest to speak to. Take care, everyone.
Cheers, John.